Welcome to Hammer Dahn! Number one sports betting show coming out of the Pat McAfee corporate offices. I am Tone Diggs.
Had a baby. Toe.
That's Bubba Gumpino. He's a Canadian station. He's a bearded wonder. Why?
Good day, Toe.
Good day to you, sire. How are we?
Good. How are you?
Fucking good to be back, my friend. Absolutely
Good
to be back. Did you say something, Bruce?
I don't think so, but here I am. What's going on, dude?
What's going on, dude? Bruce is cutting the cameras today. Nick's in the back helping as well.
How we doing?
How are you, Nick?
It's been a while, Tony.
It has been a while. Hey, I was getting notifications on my phone. Hockey season started already?
You're damn right you're getting notifications. Gumpy knows. Next week, boys, they're dropping the puck.
Are you ready?
No, not in any way, shape, or form, but I will be come next week.
Just gotta find a couple hot teams.
Still football season.
The Pens stink because I feel like all the notifications on my phone is them getting beat.
Oh, Tony, it's preseason. Who cares?
Just making sure. I am back. We were off the last 2 weeks. I had a kid.
Congratulations,
Thank
Tony.
you, everybody.
There you go, Tony.
How'd gambling go, boys?
This weekend was fucking awesome.
NFL, college, everything.
Yeah, 8-2 college Saturday.
Jesus.
4-2 Sunday football. I mean, NFL. I thought, could Stefanski one time just take fucking points?
Never.
I thought I would go with the Shield all year. I thought the Browns money line was a great pick Sunday. That guy, the Raiders did it yesterday, and they hadn't been doing it all year. First drive, just take the points.
I like you tweeted that, and I like that. I'm fine with people going on it in different situations, late third, fourth quarter, depending on what the situation and the score is. But like going for it that early in the game, it could set you back so quickly, and then just change the complete tide of the game forever.
Yeah, at different points in the game, but just to start the game, like just give the Raiders, like the Raiders hadn't been taking the points.
6 inches of water. Don't take over. I mean, the game went over, but for like player props and stuff like that, I took the under there. Had a nice little hit there. Bruce, were you on any totals yesterday?
I was not on any totals. I saw you hit that massive under parlay. I believe we do have Gumpy back as well. I went 4-2, but the Browns and Steelers in the 1 o'clock slate just absolutely murdered me.
I would have been on the Browns too, because when I was looking at the stuff yesterday, Atlanta had not been able to stop the run. So
the Steelers was just
bad.
I thought it was. I mean, I had a -3, so and on that drive, I'm like, worst case scenario, we're gonna push here, and then the pick. I mean, it all just fell apart so quickly.
The defense in the fourth quarter was horrendous. Like they couldn't get Zach Wilson off the field or on the ground. They were pressuring him all day. They just couldn't get him on the ground. So, I mean, I would have been on those.
0-7 without T.J. Watt.
He's a monster. He's worth every penny they paid him.
That gritty will haunt me for the rest of my days. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Dude, the Jets' social media was. I mean,
did not love it. I didn't love it.
And
I can tell you that.
That's doing a lot for how bad you've been for a long time and being 2-2. Like, unfortunately, Teddy's at the helm this week, but I tell you what, this is a wild take, but give me Skylar Thompson, dude.
Hell yeah.
Teddy didn't play terrible against the Bengals, right?
The offense is so tailored to what Tua does that it didn't look right. He wasn't bad. Hit that deep ball to Tyreek, like took him on a couple of drives, but I think they'll be all right, man. They have like the third lowest attempts at rushing this year, so they got to figure that out.
Okay. All right, today let's run through a little bit of the weekend that was in college and NFL, and then we'll do a little bit of a preview upcoming, and then obviously Monday Night Football tonight, 49ers and Rams. Was there any games that you were on this weekend for college that went well or not well?
I don't understand Iowa State, why they're always favored.
What did I was?
Kansas at home.
Oh
Kansas
yeah,
is
yeah.
getting 6.5 again this weekend at home. Like what is going on?
How about UCLA over UW? Your UW boys.
That was Huskies' first game on the road.
I don't understand how. I was on Michigan. I assume Bruce might have been on Michigan too.
Yep.
It was 10 points. I thought if they scored 14, they were going to cover. Now Iowa ended up scoring 14, but like in that situation, I didn't think that line was big enough.
I don't know how Houston lost to Tulane
I
on
know
Friday. That was awful. I'll
Purdue
probably
beats
be on Houston again this Friday.
Purdue
Unfortunately,
beats Minnesota. K-State.
Yeah, that was a shocker.
Is Oklahoma dead?
Yeah, I was on them for some reason. I didn't think they could be that bad, but yeah, it's definitely fade Oklahoma season.
I was on the Illini. That was one of my better ones this weekend.
They're not bad, dude.
Not at all.
No,
Ole
don't
Miss
hate
and
it.
Wisconsin. Ole Miss just kind of controlled that game from beginning to end.
Yep.
Old
Kentucky was unlucky not to win that game outright.
Yeah, they could have scored at the end.
Couple bad fumbles there at the end.
What were you gonna say, Bruce?
I was just gonna say that old Levi Jeans guy who puts mayonnaise in his coffee kind of disappointed me.
Will Levis?
Saturday. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was my first real time watching him from start to finish.
He was banged up a little bit too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was. Are you done on the Beefs?
No, they're different team.
That was
a
tough spot coming off the loss to USC against Utah. I think it was Utah's homecoming.
When they kicked 3 field goals under 30 yards, it kind of felt like they were not going to cover. But they're getting points again on the road at...
I can't remember.
Somebody this weekend, too.
Maryland
There's
might be...
not the same team. They almost beat USC at home.
I know. Hey, Maryland might be a team, and Michigan State's dead.
And everybody is on... who's going to Maryland this weekend?
I can't remember. I haven't looked at the Saturday slate yet.
I'll pull it up.
OK State impressed me against Baylor.
They look very good.
Virginia Tech. Don't ever bet on Virginia Tech. Just absolutely wagging.
So everybody's on Purdue now, going to Maryland.
Wow.
Really?
Maryland can be had on the money line at -160 right now, which I love. -3.5 Maryland right now is even money.
I know when you and I were talking about Wake against Florida State, that wasn't the right. Bruce, tell him, wrong team was favored.
The wrong team was favored. There's Bill walking by.
What else was this weekend?
Utah at UCLA should be interesting this weekend.
That's
too.
a banger.
I agree. Mississippi State blew out Texas A&M. I mean, they just can't score.
Duke might be the best bet in college football right now.
That'll happen.
Struggle.
Hey, it's fine. Bruce, I asked you about your Giants. How do you feel about them?
Pretty good. I mean, so Saquon is basically on pace to have the greatest running back season in Giants history, which is pretty cool. But I think most of that was most likely I'm not even on myself there. Most of that was probably just the Giants being bad. All right, let me try to get going.
I would just play him at quarterback.
Who? Saquon?
Yeah, I mean he looked good doing it yesterday. When Tyrod and Jones were out, Jones was fucking as like a wideout.
Tyrod. Wow. Tyrod. Bruce, how many plays was he in?
The play he hurt himself on too was so absurd.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was just diving in there trying to get a concussion, honestly. He did do a 6 spin move, though, which was cool to see. That's kind of, all you're looking for from T-Mobile. Come in, 6 spin move, get hurt, back to dimes.
Okay, let's do the Monday night game tonight, okay? Yeah. We are Rams at 49ers, 1.5, 42.5, I believe, is the total. It is. Money's on Rams. Powell, how do you feel?
I mean, I don't know why, but McVay against Shanahan for whatever reason. Like, McVay owns Kingsbury. Shanahan owns McVay. Like, he got him in the playoffs, I guess. 49ers covered 5 straight at home, covered 4 of 5 against the NFC West, covered 14 of 18 on Monday night, and Shanny's covered 6 of 7 against McVay.
Okay, so here's the matchup I'm looking at tonight. 49ers have run the ball so far, the 4th most in the NFL.
I worry about no Trent, though, I'll be honest.
Trent's an absolute worry. The Rams' rushing defense has been good. They're top 10 rushing defense so far this season. 49ers have been a top 5 defense in pretty much all categories. They've played Denver, Seattle, and Chicago, though. Is Seattle the best offense that they've faced?
More than likely.
I think it is. I'm worried about who the Niners have played and if we have any idea who the Niners are at all. Like, I can't pick a side on this one. I think the defenses have an advantage on both sides. Now, Armstead and I think Kinlaw are both questionable, which worries me for the 49ers. But I'm going under. I'm taking the under 42.5.
That's a good play. I don't think the Rams have really shown much either. Like, Atlanta came back on them. They didn't really blow out the Cardinals. Like, that was a weird game. They got smacked by the Bills.
Last year they played 3 times. 3 times last year. 2017, 31-10, and then 27-24 was the overtime in the playoffs, but that was 17-17 with 2 minutes left. Traditionally, this game is a lower scoring game, so that's what I'm thinking here. Bruce, what are your thoughts?
So I'm on the 49ers. I am worried about some of the stuff you just talked about, the best offense they've played being the Seahawks, but I am buying in that their defense is legit and will show up tonight. I am also worried about Trent Williams not being out there. But I think, like you said, low-scoring game that the 49ers should be able to run the ball, kind of grind things out, and get the win here. Big for me is that the Rams just won last year. Bad taste in the 49ers' mouth.
I agree, 1,000%.
I don't think either team showed well. Like, I think this is a massive game for both sides tonight, so.
I agree. Like, I think this is definitely a big, like, measuring stick game on who these teams are.
Figure it out night.
Big figure it out night. Because I don't know. Like, they have very similar rosters to who they were last year, but for some reason, it feels like we don't know who they are yet this year.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Jimmy G can't play any worse. I don't think.
I agree. It's a bounce back spot, but they won that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me tonight, I'm on the under.
Niners money line. Don't need the points.
Bruce?
I'm on the Niners money line, and then I also have a same game parlay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So Deebo Samuel anytime touchdown. Think that kind of has to happen for the next leg, the 49ers money line. And then the rest of it is Stafford 200+ yards, Ayuk plus 40+ yards, Kupp 70, and Allen Robinson 25+ yards.
Tell you what, I just saw the boost. Kind of love the boost.
I love one of the boosts.
I love Cooper Kupp to have 80 receiving yards and Deebo Samuel to have 80+ rush plus receiving yards.
Yeah, that is good.
Is that the one you like, Bruce, or no?
Yeah, that's the one that I absolutely love. That's a hell of a super boost, and realistically should come home.
You would think so.
Not.
I got 2 flyers here too, Tony.
Go ahead.
Stafford anytime plus 1300.
Okay.
Jimmy G anytime plus 900. One of the QBs gets in tonight.
Those are both definitely flyers.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a sneak.
I think we'll get it.
You're gonna need a sneak. The other boost was Stafford 200+ pass yards, Jimmy Garoppolo 200+ pass yards, and Kittle a touchdown. That's a lot to happen.
That's a lot, and Kittle's gonna have to be in and blocking a lot without T. Willie. So I kind of lean to Kittle's unders a bit more than I normally would.
I actually like that angle a lot, Bruce. That's good thinking. Hey, that's using your brain, Bruce.
Good thinking. Hey, Bruce, I don't want to. I've been staring at Pat's desk since I've came back on. I don't know if you can fix that.
Really?
If not, don't worry about it.
I'll do my best. We gotta show the world this cool shot real quick.
What?
Just bam. It's full stage look with Gumpy up there.
We'll be back tomorrow. Hammer Dahn will be back and better than ever tomorrow, Tuesday. We'll recap Monday Night Football. We'll preview college football for the week. We actually have a Wednesday night game this week. We'll preview the NFL slate for the rest of the week. Pal, do you have your MLB before we get out of here?
Yeah, that might be me. My Wi-Fi keeps cutting out for some reason.
I think it's both sides.
Cardinals first 5 money line with Mikolos for some reason.
Okay.
Braves first 5 money line at a decent price at Miami. I'm going against Cueto. He hasn't looked good his last few times out. Give me the Twins first 5 money line. For some reason, the Astros with McCullers going are first 5 plus a half against the Phillies.
Okay.
Probably Astros don't have much left to play for. I'll lay the half from the Mariners against the Tigers. And then Angels first 5 money line at Oakland.
How's baseball book going?
Yeah. It's tough, man. You don't really know who's playing and what's going on.
This is that time of year. You just wait for the playoffs.
Yeah, and then a little Champions League tomorrow I'll throw at you too, Tone. Tottenham is plus 105 money line at Frankfurt tomorrow. Plus 110 now. Give me that. Give me Napoli double chance at Ajax. Give me Leverkusen double chance at Porto.
Okay.
And Atletico Madrid at plus money at Bruges I will take. And Barcelona money line at Inter Milan as well.
Awesome. How's footy been going?
This weekend was good.
Awesome.
Domestic was off for a couple of weeks, so it was good to have it back. It's always this is when it gets tough because you get the better teams in the Champions League. You don't know how they're going to respond. Liverpool appears to still be struggling. Lucky to get a draw against Brighton. But
all right, tomorrow we'll be back better than ever. We'll preview the college football week. We'll preview the NFL week. We'll keep doing Champions League because I know there will be that on Wednesday. We'll keep doing MLB. Anything else, Bruce?
No.
Any of your country club sports going on?
I think golf is playing a little bit. I'm sure tennis is somewhere in the world. I do have some baseball if you really need it.
Go on.
I'm going Yankees money line. They're rolling pretty well. Blue Jays, I think, a bit of a clinch spot. No, Gumpy.
They're already in. I don't know what they're fighting for. Field.
Yeah, home field in the wild card game. I think that they can clinch that tonight. So I'm on the Blue Jays, and then I'm on the White Sox, but you don't like it, so that's a bummer.
Okay.
Yeah. Not gonna argue going with Cueto. He's been pretty good this year. Bailey Ober has been all year. His ERA's 3.18. Like that's a hell of a year for Bailey Ober.
You're going against Cueto?
Yeah, he's last 2 times he's got smacked.
Okay. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll fucking reset this thing.
There we go.
All right. Good luck.
God bless.
Hammer
Dahn.